Any votes cast for Ty, Aubrey, Sarah, Troyzan will not count.
Oh, hidden immunity idols. What would Survivor be without you? Oh, right. It would be like the first 10 seasons. Welcome back to another video. I'm Peridiam, and I'm here to rank and discuss the top 5 best idol plays in the history of Survivor. Now, there are a lot of great idol plays, and to be honest, it was difficult to narrow this ranking down to just 5. To be on this list, I based the idol play on a few factors. 1, the context of the idol play. 2, how much longer did it keep the player in the game? And then 3, just raw numbers, because negating a ton of votes is just cool to watch unfold. So without further ado, here are what I believe to be the top 5 best idol plays in the history of this show. Number 5. Our first idol play on this list goes to the one and the only Amanda Kimmel during Survivor Micronesia. Now, I find this move quite unique, and I'll explain why in a little bit. Taking place at the final 6, Amanda finds herself in hot water. Despite having a numbers advantage 5-1, the one person manages to win immunity, and thus the rest of her tribe sets their sights on her instead. Amanda knows this, and barring a miracle, she's going to get voted out. Now, as you can imagine, Amanda manages to find the idol, and she successfully plays it on herself, all the while duping the rest of her tribe, save Parvati, her BFF, who's in on the whole spiel. But what I find really unique and great about this move was how it was edited. It's one of the only instances in the history of Survivor where the editors actually don't let the audience know if the player has the idol or not. We go into the tribal council unsure, which keeps us, the viewer, on the edge of our seat the entire time. It takes what would have been a boring and predictable tribal council, Amanda has the idol, she's clearly going to play it, no big deal, into a major moment of suspense. And this is the Amanda Kimmel we're talking about, not just some anybody from Nowhere Street. Amanda puts on an act that manages to fool those voting against her, which ensures that they in fact still do, and when the time is right, she gets up, pulls the ace out of her sleeve, twirls it around for a little bit of stylistic measure, and plays it on herself. Sneaky, sneaky, Miss Kimmel.
If anybody has the hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so.
About that, Jeff. I got it.
This is a hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast for Amanda do not count.
Number 4. Okay, it was inevitable this man would make this list, and honestly, you can say what you want about his gameplay and his Twitter rants, but this moment in Survivor history is one of the most memorable from any season. It takes place at the 20th season, Survivor Heroes vs. Villains, while Russell Hantz successfully plays his idol for his ally Parvati, who in turn receives the most votes and is spared from being voted out. There are many aspects of this play that make it utterly fascinating to consider. First off, the whole number situation just seems entirely foolproof. Okay, it's an alliance of 6 versus an alliance of 3. The 6 are able to split the vote 3-3, and they ensure that even if an idol gets played, it won't make a lick of a difference. Who cares if Russell has the idol? We have something more important, the numbers. And yet Tyson fudges this up by being greedy and swapping his vote from making it a 3-3 to a 4-2, hoping to cash in on the hopelessness of the minority 3 turning on each other. Tyson wanted Parvati out, but no mere mortal can just target Parvati and hope to survive. The other aspect is that Russell, by playing the idol for Parvati, expected to go home here. If he made Parvati safe and the numbers remain the same, which they logically should have, Russell is eliminated despite having the idol. Russell was willing to sacrifice himself to protect Parvati, and in the end it turned into one of the greatest idol plays the show will likely ever see. Number 3. Speaking of Parvati, did anyone ever remember that time she played 2 idols at the same tribal council? Anyone? Nobody? Okay, well, I guess I'll just speak alone here when I say that that's a thing that definitely happened, and you're welcome for me bringing it to your attention. Because I'm sure you've never had that happen before when talking about idols. In the very same season as the previous idol play, Survivor Heroes vs. Villains, come the merge at the final 10, the numbers are sitting 5 versus 5. 5 heroes versus 5 villains. And it just so happens that Parvati, one of the villains, has 2 idols in her back pocket ready to be fired off. Now, one of these idols is from the Heroes tribe, amusingly enough, who graciously asked to have their hearts ripped from their chests. And the other idol is from Parvati and Danielle, who found it on their own whimsy, just doing #Survivor things. Parvati plays one of the idols for Sandra and the other for Jerry, 2 of her villainesses. And because the opposing tribe voted for Jerry, none of those votes count, and thus Parvati's tribe takes the numbers advantage and basically the rest of the season in hand. Impressive. Well, kind of. Okay, I think this is a fantastic move, and it's clearly really high up. I put it at number 3 in the greatest idol plays ever, but I also want to say that I think this is a kind of a fairly obvious move. Okay, just think about it. There's 5 villains. Danielle has immunity, so she's safe. Russell is cohorting with the heroes, and because this is the first tribal council of the merge, it's doubtful they were going to vote for him thinking he might be on their side. Context was key here. And then you have Parvati and Amanda who are talking on the beach before tribal council. Amanda totally flubs the fake distress signals when she tells Parvati the heroes are coming for her, so she better play the idol on herself. Parvati sees the massive glowing neon sign that says, "The heroes aren't voting for you," and then reads it correctly. So really, there were only 2 likely vote getters at this tribal council in Jerry and Sandra. It's still an impressive play, and it totally makes for fantastic TV. I just think this needs to be said.
Well, in a game full of crazy moves, that was one of the craziest.
Number 2. I really went back and forth on the top 2, but I ultimately decided that the second best idol play is going to go to, again, the man best known for his idol plays, Russell Hantz, when he plays the idol at the final 11 of Survivor Samoa. To me, this is one of the quintessential idol plays in Survivor history, and dare I say it, the most impactful idol play the show ever received.
If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so.
I ain't finished playing just yet.
Really, it was the first time in the show's history where a move this crazy had been pulled off when a minority 4-person alliance was able to completely counter a dominant 7 or 8-person alliance, all thanks to an idol being played correctly. When I first watched this live, my jaw hit the floor. It was entirely a spectacle. Russell's tribe had no right to stay in the game, but Russell's idol finding skills said otherwise, all the while making fools of what should have been an easy vote off. For what it's worth, I do cut Galoo, the opposition in this idol play. I do cut them a little bit of slack, given that this was unprecedented in Survivor. Nobody had ever found the idol so quickly and rattled them off one after the other so often as Russell. It was like in American football, for those of you sports fans out there. Galoo was on their own 10-yard line. They only had 10 yards to go to score, and then they got lazy and butt fumbled the ball to go watch Fofo and take it 90 yards in the blink of an eye. It was altogether fantastic, embarrassing, and one of the best idol plays we have ever seen. Number 1. But to my estimation, the best idol play goes to what I believe was the biggest "how in the bloody hell did that happen?" when Kelley Wentworth played her idol on herself at the final 12 of Survivor Cambodia, nullifying 9 whole votes against her, all the while taking out one of her biggest adversaries in the game. Seriously, this move is like the perfectly timed high five wrapped up in a fist-pumping hell yeah with a side of guacamole. While it may not be as historic as some of the previous moves on this list, I can't help but feel like this is the most satisfying idol play ever. Let me set this up. Kelley finds the idol in episode 1. She finds it when it's hidden at a challenge. This is the first time this has ever happened before. She then sits on it all season until the perfect moment, right after she finds herself in a hole post-merge when one of her allies is voted off the night before, and she's got very little wiggle room to maneuver. Now at this point in the game, it's the final 12, and Kelley finds herself in a whopping 9-3 minority position. She has only 2 allies left in the game. The 3 of them are dubbed the Witch's Coven and are targeted for elimination, with Kelley going first. Now, because no idols had been played all season, some people were wondering if there were any idols at all in the season. Perhaps this was a new twist. There was certainly no indication that Kelley had the idol, though she was also never in a position up to this point where it was absolutely necessary for her to use it. So Jeff says,
If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so.
and you know what? What the hell? She knows she's at a huge disadvantage numerically and would rather make it one more day, one more episode, than get voted out in 12th place. So, shoot, let's just play the idol and hope for the best.
I have no idea.
This is my favorite moment.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Stop.
Done.
Yes, yes, yes.
This is a hidden immunity idol.
All of a sudden, a moment of beauty happens in Survivor, like a rainbow shooting across the sky. The votes start pouring in, one after the other, and they all have Kelley's name on it. In a 12-person tribe, 9 of the votes went to Kelley. 9. While the other 3 were from the Witch's Coven, who satisfyingly took out one of their biggest adversaries in Andrew Savage. I'm not gonna lie, I was audible after this move happened. I mean, I clapped. I hooted, I hollered, the whole 9 yards. I'm not always one to do that. I've never been so excited for a move in Survivor as I was this one, what I consider to be the best idle play Survivor has ever seen. Kelley went from being voted out in 12th place to being one immunity challenge away from winning the season. That's just damn impressive. And that's the end of the list. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, let me know. If you have any ideas for future videos, again, let me know. I'm always listening. But again, I hope you guys like this, and I will see you in the next video.
Hi, I'm Kelley Wentworth, and I just idled Andrew Savage out of Survivor Second Chance. Thank you.